we love to hear people call in with their own opinions because these are opinions you don't really get to hear all the time.
And after 3 years of lies and smears and slander, the Russia hoax is finally dead.
I'll get back to you when it's over. What's up, my friends? Hello, hello, hello. It is the 16th of October, a Wednesday, and it is a beautiful evening down here in South Carolina. I hope you are having a beautiful evening as well. Welcome to the True Reporting Live call-in show where we discuss pretty much everything across the board. It is open forum. I am feeling much better. I am doing a lot better. I guess my body has just kind of fought it off on its own. No need for antibiotic. I'll tell you what does help. If you have a sore throat, get yourself some Mucinex. It really does work. It helps you out. Before we get the ball rolling today, my friends, would you please go ahead and click that notification bell so when I post to this channel, you'll be the first to know. Also, subscribe to True Reporting 2.0. Just go on YouTube right now. If you are not subscribed to that channel, go on YouTube right now, type in True Reporting 2.0 and hit subscribe. It would take you 15 seconds, then pop right back into the chat if you don't mind. Also, guys, go ahead and leave a like. This is my platform, is your platform, okay? This is for you to have, and I hope you appreciate that, because I appreciate your support. And when you come and you spend your evenings with me, it's flattering. It's amazing to have this sort of community, and I am greatly appreciative of this. And you obviously know that. David Hamrick, thank you so much for that super chat. If you want to donate to this channel and actually keep it afloat to combat censorship, as they demonetize a lot of my videos, a lot of everyone's videos, they do that. And the best way to support these channels is to you can go to the super chat, which is down below the chat, PayPal, Patreon. We have the PO box, and we have True Reporting merch. All those links are in the chat, so make sure that you check them out, right? Obviously, as we always start this show, let me give some hellos and some shout outs to people. Just say where you're from and your name, and we'll shout you out, because that's how it works. There's 300 of us in here already. So, guys, we got a lot to go over. I got some clips for you to see, too, that I wanted to put into the podcast today. P.S. I did drop a podcast today. Very informative. Tomorrow may be a huge day. It is the 17th. There is a Trump rally. So, absolutely, let's pray for our president, because it is in Dallas, and we all know what took place in Dallas. Caffeine Addict is from Alabama. What is up? Dave MCQ is from Northern California. Ginger D, yeah, what's up? Let's see here. We could see oh my god, the chat's going super quick right now. 336 Glassman Mike, hello from North Carolina. Cal Walker from California. Darla L, hello from everyone from Paris, Texas. Very cool to see you. Cosmic Sky, Texas is here. Maggie from Missouri is here. We have S having fun. Prescott, Arizona, what's up? Shannon, thanks for always the help. Checking in from Texas always. It's a bit is Denise from Wisconsin. Excellent. Christy RH from ATL, what is up? We also see Connie Cons from Florida. Crew Chief 2, what is up, man? Checking in from Alabama. Let's see. Dustin Nemos is in here. Wasn't going that fast. It was going fast. Welcome, dude. Lisa Suda, South Carolina. What's up, neighbor? Karen Bennett, Tallahassee, Florida. Let's see here. Mike S. from Oregon. Shelly Green, Kentucky is here. Cynthia H., Charlotte, North Carolina. Anthony Rinaldi, Tony from Connecticut. What is up, big dude? How are you? Jared T, what is up? Welcome aboard, everyone. Sassy one from Daytona Beach, Florida. And Uper Gal from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I bet it is beautiful up there. I want to live there. Maybe I'll just go there. Let's see. B. Grant from MAGA Atlanta. Holy goodness. Yes, absolutely. Crystal Taylor, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I've been there many a time. Renee Wilkins from Georgia. What's up? Mutant Dust Bunny from California. What's up? Anita Singleton from Tennessee. Derek Burns org. Hi, Thomas. Derek from Scotland. Across the pond. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here, man. Good to have you, Derek Burns. Very cool. Very cool. Dims are traders. Martin Feliciano. Where have you been, bro? Martin, where you been? I thought about you today. That's really weird. Thought about in the day. Kim Keller from Kentucky, where they had the shooting range, and then they were saying that, hey, there's stuff going down in Turkey. There's stuff going down in the Middle East, and it was a firing range from Kentucky. Can you believe how much they lied to us? It is unbelievable. So that's good. That's good. We got all the hellos aboard. Good to have everyone here. We're approaching 400 people, which is amazing. Very cool stuff. Anyways, guys, like I said before, if you want to donate, you most certainly can by going to the super chat down below. PayPal, Patreon, you know the deal. If you want to super chat your question while we start taking calls, I'll pause the video or pause the person who's I'm on the phone with, and I will check in with your question. So if you want to super chat your question, 100% I will read it. I stand by my word. Guys, can we check something out real quick that I've been talking about on the podcast today that I dropped earlier? Check this out, guys, real quick. What in the hell does Joe Biden mean by this? Check this out real quick.
If it's not okay for a president's family to be involved in foreign businesses, why was it okay for your son when you were vice president? Vice President Biden?
Look, my son did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I carried out the policy of the United States government in rooting out corruption in Ukraine. And that's what we should be focusing on. And what I wanted to make a point about, and my son's statement speaks for itself. He spoke about it today. My son's statement speaks for itself. What I think is important is we focus on why it's so important to remove this man from office. On the 17th, look, the fact that George Washington worried
on the 17th, what? What are you talking about? What in God's name are you talking about on the 17th? What are you going to do? Wasn't that a little strange when he said that, guys? I thought I just missed a super chat, but we'll catch back up to that. Yeah, let me see. Nope. Okay. So on the 17th, what are you trying to, what are you going to pull there, pal? I don't like how he said that. That is tomorrow. I don't know if that was some kind of code or whatever. But he was definitely just, threw 17 out there real quick, right? We need to remove this man from office on the 17th. Blah, 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 blah. Then he starts yabbering on blah, 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 blah. Very weird. I don't like that. I find that very strange. We have these weird tweets coming from James Comey. Not a fan of these people. You know what they did in Dallas. Tomorrow's the 17th. What happened from the grassy knoll? What happened from atop of the frickin' the book tower, the bookstore or whatever, right? I don't want to see that happen again. So I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't think they would blatantly start throwing this stuff out there in all honesty. But, they think we're stupid, guys. We're plebs. We are plebs. We're slaves to the Federal Reserve. We're slaves to a bunch of people, and then we have this royal. I call them. They're this family, this Trump dynasty family coming in here, saving America, putting America first. We were going to be indebted slaves, more so to China, to the New World Order, to the deep state, so on and so forth. This is what would have happened. We got by the skin of our teeth. So Very weird when he says that, guys. Very strange. And then I wanted to show you this little number right here. So it says, look at this. Check this out. Comey sitting from Oswald's overwatch position. Notice the toys, the grassy knoll, as the motorcade passes in location of American Airlines Center. The former FBI director wants an end to the Trump presidency, and yes, he knows you might think he caused it. These people aren't joking. They're not playing around. I think they mean business. Why are these people talking about this when tomorrow he'll be in Dallas? I don't like it. I don't like the threats. I don't like the imposition about this. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I'm not a fan of it at all. What do you guys think about it? We're not slaves now. I think we're getting out of that position. I think we're definitely getting out of that position. I'm going to post a number here in a second, thermography. He said, what's the call number? I'll post it here in a second. I wanted to get that out there so we have something to talk about so we could set the mood. Obviously, this is open forum, but I wanted to show you guys that stuff. I wanted to show you that. You can find it on the internet, on Twitter, so on and so forth. So definitely check that out. Let's go ahead and open up the phone lines for everyone. Let me go ahead and put this music on so it's not dead silence. We don't want dead air, right? We do not want dead air. So this is the number. Call it right now. Guys, just like Thermography said, he sent in a super chat of $2. If the 500 people in here right now were to donate $2, just $2, you have no idea how much of that would support this channel due to censorship. This is your channel. This is your platform. What my platform is your platform. I invite you to talk about whatever you want to. You're not going to find another channel doing this, okay? I'm here for you. Where we go one, we go all. We're in this together. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about it, all right? This is the number. The first number is East Coast. The second number is Central. And the third number is West Coast. And then you have the meeting ID if you want to call in. You most certainly can, because we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's good to actually be feeling somewhat better. Somewhat better. We shall see. Uncle Joe didn't do anything wrong. He did so much. Action Jackson, I know you're being funny about that. But, these people will, they're going to go down, right? How about the Democrat debates? Jokes. Are these people slow? Like, do they even know what they're talking about? All they're trying to do when you watch it, they're trying to outdo the next liberal. They're like, oh, this guy is like a level 3 liberal. Oh, gonna updo this person. I gotta updo the liberalism. Gotta go. I gotta stand out, right? Rhonda Limker said, we need to pray for President Trump while at the rally tomorrow. Rhonda Limker, absolutely. Butch Hodson, thank you for the super chat. And Rhonda, that is 100% true. Tomorrow is going to be pumped up. Hopefully we'll see some 17 stuff there. People wearing some merch, which would be really cool. The second he comes near South Carolina, I will be there. I will be there.
Pray for President Trump at the rally tomorrow.
Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this and where are you from?
I'm actually from New York.
What's up, man? What's your name? Hello?
My name is Elvis. Elvis Medina.
Elvis, what's up from New York? How are you doing today?
Good.
What's on your mind, my man?
Well, I had a quick question regarding what happened. I don't know if you're aware of that bust they did with the Korean guy who had all the child porn.
Oh, yeah. I actually covered that in my podcast today.
Yes, correct. So I was actually wondering, based on that, right?
Yes.
Could that be linked to Epstein's?
I don't think so. There was some information coming out. I'll probably cover it tomorrow. That there was actually some more ties to Epstein and Giselle Maxwell and another gentleman coming out of Brazil with trafficking.
Yes. I know that they were looking for him, so they found him.
I don't know. I haven't read it yet. I basically just kind of glanced at it, and then I'll probably cover that tomorrow when I read about it. Once we get done with the show today, I'll definitely, I'll check in with that and probably report on it tomorrow. But I don't know if I don't think it had any ties with Epstein. I think that this was actually just one of these rings, these CP rings that are on the dark web, and then they're charging people $300 to take a look.
The reason why I ask is because I'm thinking, okay, if it's part of the SEAL indictments, right?
It was, yes.
Then, yes, correct. And then I know that when we go all the way back to the Clintons, when that scandal with the Podesta laptop, what they found in there, and I'm thinking, okay, and then since before Trump became president, no billionaire was going to jail. Since he became president, we've seen 3 billionaires get roasted, which it was unheard of in the past. People like that, which is not touched, period. So when you put that together, you see the pattern. I'm thinking, you know what, this is, someone's talking, someone became state witness, no one knows, and they just keep grabbing them and letting them go back in, give us information, go back in. So they bust people secretly, put them back out, bust them secretly, put them back out. And that's how they're starting to grab information on all these big people that no one even heard of.
Oh yeah, they are all linked. They're all linked. They've all been to that island that the people who were tied in with Nexium. I can't think of her name right now. Bronfman, I believe that's what her name was. You had Keith Raniere. You've had Epstein. These people are being arrested, obviously, but the judicial systems are so screwed and are so corrupted that I don't know what happened with Epstein. We still don't know. No funeral, nothing. He's just gone.
No, this is the thing. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the image of when he was extracted from the jail. You can see that his nose doesn't look nothing like the nose of Epstein. It was it looked like Uncle Toucan from cereals, from the Fruity Loops, like that. It was arched. Epstein wasn't arched like that. That was one. Second, I'm thinking basic knowledge, basic common sense. A person like that would definitely have a kill switch. And I'm sure that on that Friday, when they said we have information on so and so and so, they said we need to get him out or he's going to release everything.
Yeah, I believe that was definitely something going down. Real quick with some super
Cameras
chats.
Don't work.
Hold on, real quick with some super chats. I got Larkstar 444. Thank you for the great reporting. A huge South Carolina fan. G Bus All. Okay. Thank you, Larkstar. I appreciate the super chat. Charlene Bernard, thank you also for the super chat. Very kind of you. Deborah Posthuma, thank you so much. If everyone donated $2, you have no idea how much that could change things. Sunny Skies from Eric Vader. Thank you, Eric. And also from Eric. Larkstar, okay. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. I got to catch up with those all the time.
Yes.
They're very important.
I appreciate talking with you because I'm one of those persons that I realize this is not to get emotional with. This information is actually to I take it, I spread it, I dissect it, I try to put it together. I always stay open-minded. I listen to both sides. And I realize that at the end of the day, the only way this is going to work out, there's going to have to be a collapse. There's no other way. There's no other way out of it. It's like one thing is my door has termites. Okay, I removed the door. But when you realize the foundation is just full of termites, the only thing left is demolition. There's nothing else you can do.
Correct. You demolish it, you do a demo on it, and then you reconstruct it back the way that it should be.
So for a few days, you're going to have to sleep under the rain. There's no way out.
I like that. I like the way you think. I have been saying that for a while now that, there's going to be a complete deconstruction of these 3-letter agencies. Maybe you have to just be done with them and all and rebuild them back the way that they should be built back.
Absolutely. That's it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate your call. I appreciate the support and great questions, dude. Thank you, and comments as well.
Thank you. Take care, man. Elvis from New York.
Elvis, thank you, my man. Take care, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this and where are you from?
Fred from New Hampshire.
What's your name, Frank?
Fred, F-R-E-D.
Fred, what's up, man? How are you?
Not too much, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better. What's on your mind tonight?
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I loved how Trump is trolling DS.
Oh,
and
yeah, it's
the reason
beautiful.
why I say that is having the Italian Prime Minister in the Oval Office today.
Yeah, I just got done watching that before I came on here.
Yeah, he is trolling, knowing that Barr went over there.
Yes.
And I don't know exactly. I literally just walked in the door. I haven't even taken my jacket off. I saw you were on, so I called. 10/19 is a date to remember.
So that is Friday?
Yeah.
No, Saturday.
And I'll go into a couple of brief things.
Okay, real quick. Sherry Houghton, thank you for the super chat. She says, keep up the good work. As always, Sherry, thank you so much for your kindness and generosity. Go ahead, my man.
So, Trump does a lot of innuendos.
Oh,
everything
yes.
he says, I shouldn't say everything, but a lot of stuff he says has an alternate meaning.
Okay.
So, when he said, watch the skies, and when he said, where's Hunter? Now, he just did that rally, and then not even a couple of days later, there was the Hunter's Moon. And if you do the research on the Hunter's Moon, it's actually the harvest moon. And
oh, yeah, the full moon we had the other day.
Yeah. And I posted a video earlier about the Hunter's Moon, and I think that's what Trump was referring to. Now, the reason why he said Hunter's Moon, and if you look at the Q post, it shows the dates, watch the sky. So a lot of people did a lot of photography of Hunter's Moon, the harvest moon, which goes back to, I can't get too deep into it because they have the corners ready and blah, blah, blah. This all ties together. It was just a year, like 2 days ago, of the shootings at the festivals, in which they had two different separate shootings. This is definitely a spiritual warfare, and 10/19 is the day for every one of us to be on your best behavior, and basically it's a cleansing day.
The 19th is a cleansing day. All right, let me write that down.
I can show you.
Like, what do you mean by cleansing? Like fasting?
No. It's just it's basically Proverbs 10:19. A magnitude of words there were not sin, but those who frame his lips is wise. And you can look into a ton of. It's basically good versus evil, and 10/19 is a huge spiritual day. A lot of people think that 10/17 is Dallas Trump rally, and he's going to say a lot of stuff referring to 10/19.
Right. Let me see something real quick. All right, so we have some super chats. Sorry, dude, and we're going to get right back into it. Lulu Magoo says, thank you, Thomas, and God bless. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Jared from Informative Info. If you don't know who Informative Info is, if you've never been to that channel, subscribe to it now. He's a good guy. I've spoken to him a lot. Really great person. He says, hey, Thomas, you need to put in your picks for the Celebrity Death Match. It's free, and it's on my website. Okay. So I guess he's doing some celebrity death matches, and rightfully so. I can't stand those people. Thanks, Jared, dude. All right, let's continue on. So a cleansing day on the 19th, man. What do you need? What do you want us to do?
I would look at Hunter's Moon and look up on YouTube and watch videos of people that actually took close-up photography of it. And number two is watch the Trump rally tomorrow, and then on the 19th, like, literally help somebody out. You know, you remember when they said pass it on, you do a good thing for someone else, it comes back a tenfold? People need to start doing that again.
Well, I think we're getting back to that, man. I think that, people are becoming more loving. I think, a lot of people have said it. And I know when they were praying, when, Trump had the black leaders of America come in, the kids and stuff, and, tweens and teens come in. And the young girl said, we need to get away from social media and back to Jesus. I I think that they're everything in moderation. You know, I don't think you should just completely give up one thing to go to another thing. It's definitely in moderation. But you're right, you know, and I think we're getting that way. I think this whole movement is just that. I think it's basically getting back to God, and this is what it is. You know, the Great Awakening. We're not asleep.
Well,
you know, go for it, man.
The other thing I want to talk about, which I touched on real quick, was Trump at the White House today.
Okay.
If you looked at him, he was talking to the Prime Minister of Israel,
Italy.
the Italian, Italy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I just went over there, and
you were just
I watched
there?
the whole entire video. No, I watched the video.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were there. All right.
No. But you could see Trump wink at somebody off to his right.
He does that. He does that sometimes. I've seen him do that.
Well, he was winking at Don Jr.
Oh, okay.
So by him winking just shows he is in complete control. He's calm, relaxed. He's not stressed. And they were leaving all the reporters out of the room, and he's like, okay, well, we just got a great question. You can answer that question. And he's like, all the reporters, put your microphones over there so they can answer, so you can hear that question. So he has reporters in place now just to answer key questions, or ask key questions. That's the best way to put it. So this whole entire thing, we are watching a movie. This is a whole entire setup, and they have it planned out. And I know a lot of your people that follow you probably know a lot, but not a ton. But look in the Project Looking Glass, and like you said, I did watch the video from yesterday, and yeah, they probably did use the rods of God, and it makes sense about them shutting off the power to find underground bunkers. And you look at the California fires underneath the tunnels and stuff like that. This is something that is totally going on, but the public has to remain stupid. You don't want to incite violence or mass riots or mass chaos. So you have to dumb down the public.
I completely agree. You know, we've got to stay. You know, we've got to stay calm. We've got to do this behind the scenes. I totally understand that. Or yeah, you will have mass riots. I mean, obviously, I think that the media portrays these riots. It builds them up. I don't think there are as many people as we think there are, but you know, dangerous nonetheless. My man, I want to thank you for the call. I have two other calls I need to get to.
Can I say one last thing?
Very quickly.
Everybody has to look at the Syria girl. She put a tweet out there, and her name is Syria Girl on Twitter. And you have to watch her video because she talks about what's actually happening in Syria, and that it's all fake and propaganda, and that the mass media is just lying to everybody.
Absolutely.
But have a good night.
Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, real quick, let me do a shout out from, let me see, Sunny Skies. Pray for our wonderful POTUS, especially tomorrow when he is in Dallas. Absolutely, guys. It's going to be intense. They always are. And from Carolyn Bendola. Thomas, thank you so much for all you do. Thank you, Carolyn, for being a supporter and tuning into what actually matters. This is your community. This is your platform. Use it, and I thank you for your generosity. Let's go ahead and take the next caller. Hey, who is this, and where are you from?
Thermography from Georgia.
What's your name one more time?
No, I'm Will.
Okay, Will, what's up, man? From Georgia, my neighbor. What part of Georgia are you from? You don't have to say the city or anything.
No, it's fine. Dawsonville. It's fine.
Oh, Dawsonville. That's from who is isn't that where Big Boss Man's from? I don't know if you're a wrestling fan or not, but
No. It's a race car. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
Bill from Dawsonville. That's right. Bill Elliott. My bad, man. Damn it.
Boom.
I should have known that. Yeah. Big Boss Man's from I can't think. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
That's fine. No, I was one of the first guys to send a super chat, and you made a good point. I mean, you've got right now 716 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone can just spare a buck or two, I mean, that just makes your channel grow, you know? I mean, you don't do this for free. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it takes money. It takes money to do this stuff, you know? I mean, these live streams and your time. So
yeah, I mean, just think
I
of
just wanna throw that out.
how much you pay for cable. I mean, yeah, people out there paying $125 for cable, and it's all garbage. Or you can, go to a free content, free platform, and get some great information and learn something. And it's a good, safe community. So, like I said, my platform is y'all's platform. Just
Right.
let it be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? If you want to support me and you enjoy it, you don't always have to donate. It's not about that. But if you also want to leave a like, I would greatly appreciate that. We have 730 people in here right now. There should at least be 700 likes. So if you hear my voice and you hear Will's voice, click the like button, please. Bang the like button. Yeah, man.
Right.
Do you have any questions or comments or anything?
I did when I was on hold. I'm trying to think of my main point here. You and I both know the stock market is corrupt.
Yes.
Actually, remember Elvis, your earlier call?
Yeah.
He made a great point. Termites are burrowing in. You know what I'm saying? Like the foundation. I mean, unfortunately, we're not in as good of a situation as we think we are in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So basically, my best advice to everybody would be just make sure you have a little extra food, a little extra water. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some solar power, some propane
Generator.
That's my best advice, because we just don't know. I mean, this whole thing, something can happen. There can be a black swan event, and boom. I've had situations where, up here in Georgia, the power went out, and because I'm a camper and I have propane and lights and stuff, there was no big deal. Clicked on a light, cooked up some chili. You know what I'm saying? It was a non-event. But most people out there aren't set up for even 1, 2, 3 days of no power. They'd be lost.
No, I mean, down here, man, if there's an ice storm, if there's 2 inches of snow, people go freaking crazy. They go crazy.
Right.
So imagine if there was like a EMP or something like that, it would be devastating. Real quick, Jennifer Whittington says, thank you. Completely agree with contribution. Jennifer, thank you so much for your contribution. That's very kind of you. And also, let me grab that other one. I know it was Elvis from New York who was just on. Elvis Mandina from New York, a Puerto Rican patriot Q. God bless. God bless you, Elvis, and God bless Puerto Rico too. The 51st state. Right. Yep.
So no, back to what I was talking about. So
yes.
Everyone needs to have at least 2 gallons of water per person per day. That's the standard. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and try to at least have 7 days worth of resources. Okay.
Right.
Because we live in a society where, I used to live in Florida. If a hurricane came in, you go to the grocery store. If you're a day late, you're out. Nothing's there.
Yeah.
I've had many times where I literally had to put my mattress against my windows because I was waiting for the storm. But luckily, I had the water and food.
Right.
So I think we're too reliant on the government, and we need to be more self-sufficient.
Yes, and I completely agree with that. Yes.
So being self-sufficient is basic stuff. It's food, water. Again, I'm into solar, firearm, obviously, protection.
Mm-hmm.
So just have yourself set up properly. So if something does happen, you're fine. You're not boom, lights go out. Okay, you turn on your, you got batteries. You got, what I'm saying. You're fine, and you're not sitting there with no food, no water, no nothing. You're fine. So if you're more self-sufficient in the worst case scenario, which we hope doesn't happen, you're okay. So spend $100, spend $200. I know my car insurance is $1,800 a year, and I get nothing from nothing.
Nothing.
I'm a good driver. You know what I'm saying? I don't no speeding tickets, no nothing. I pay $1,800 a year for car insurance, and I get nothing from it. So what's spending $200, $300, $500 on food, water, basics, insurance?
Sure.
It's considered real life insurance. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man. I totally agree. And just imagine if you were, a Democrat. These people believe that you should be, reliant on the government. And POTUS is like, we need to get the government out of our backyard. We got to get them out of here. Real quick, I want to say some super chats. V, thank you for the $3 super chat. Mike D says, Mattel released a gender-neutral Barbie, and the video promoting is preposterous. Vigilante citizen. Wow, Mike D, yeah, that's garbage. Will, this is Will, correct?
Henry. Yes, Will. Yeah, great talking with you. I know I want to let you get other people on, but keep fighting the good fight, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah, call back anytime. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, always, my man.
You got it, brother.
Take care, man. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, who is this and where are you from?
Hi, Thomas. My name's Sheena. I'm from originally from Williamsburg, Virginia. I understand you're from from Jamestown. Is that correct?
No. I am from South Carolina.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood something I heard earlier. Anyway, the reason I was calling was two points. Last night I wanted to watch the Democratic debate. I got rid of cable. I stopped paying into that. I don't want to be paying into Hollywood anymore.
Sure.
So I was trying to find the Democratic debate on YouTube. I couldn't find it. I've never had that issue. I couldn't find it till this afternoon, and it wasn't a CNN listing. I started listening to it. I was at work. I'd listen to a little bit, and then I'd go back. I'd listen to some more. And then after the last segment I listened to, it was removed, all right? You can't find the full debate on YouTube, which is unusual. They keep trying to throw you to the previous debate. But here's why I think they're doing that is they had a large segment where every single one of those Democrats were up there saying we need to impose antitrust laws on the big tech companies like Google and Facebook and everything else, which explains why YouTube doesn't want you finding that video.
Exactly.
Which I find really super amazing, but I can't find it because I want to hear what they have to say because their masks are coming off and they're telling us exactly what they want to do to us.
100%. I mean, I noticed that today too. I was trying to find the Biden clip to put on the podcast this morning where he was talking about 17 and he was like, we got to get this man out of office by the 17th, blah, blah, blah. Starts yapping. You know, they are like, they break it into pieces and then they don't really put out the full thing, you know, the full clips or the full actual debate. I don't even know how you even had the patience to watch that, quite frankly. I watched about 5 minutes of it and then I was about to burn down my apartment. Like, I could barely even handle watching it. They're idiots.
Oh, I agree with you. I mean, and just listening to them about gun confiscation and arguing about how they're going to go door to door to do it, just really gets under my skin, and it really irks me, but I want to listen to it because I want to hear what they have to say. But what was really interesting, number one, is you can't find the full debate anywhere. So I think now's the time to say, you know, they want to censor you. They want to censor all the other really good channels that I listen to. But here's the thing is the Democrats are obviously on board of the antitrust and breaking them up. So maybe we should all push that fact that the Dems want to do it too, you know?
Yeah.
There's the other thing, just to kind of build on what the last gentleman was saying about getting ready and what if the power goes out and everything else. For folks that are on like city water and city septic, if your water isn't running and you keep pouring water in the tank and flushing your toilet, there will come a point where it's going to find the path of least resistance and backflow into your own home.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's a good word of advice. I never knew that.
Yeah. So you want to, so if your water isn't running and all that, just be really careful because the next thing you know, you might have a biohazard mess in your bathroom that you don't ever want to walk into that room again. Just FYI.
Okay.
So I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this and where are you from?
This is Leslie. I'm in Washington State.
Hey, Leslie. Are you doing okay today?
Doing great. You?
Doing good, doing good. What's on your mind tonight?
Love to hear it. Two things. I unfortunately missed the beginning. So did you already talk about Twitter, talking about world leaders having different rules on Twitter?
Yes, I covered that in my podcast that I dropped. I drop a podcast every day at 5 p.m. So
okay, I can't always get to it.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
so real quick, did we touch on the point that maybe they're trying to get us to boycott Twitter and lose our connection? So let's not do that.
That's very true. So we haven't talked about it on this live stream right now, on the live call-in show. So basically, Twitter put out there that they want to start to monitor these world leaders as to what they say, and obviously it's pertaining to Trump and the way that he uses Twitter. Obviously, that's a direct line of communication to us, but they're throwing it out there to the people that are asleep also, that, hey, you know, we may need to. What was your point? What was your point on that?
My main point was, let's just not let them trick anybody who's just not up to speed. We don't want to be boycotting Twitter.
Correct.
If that's what they want us to do. Okay, that was all. So just real quick, one last thing, and I'll let you go.
Yeah.
I've been running into some information that I've been also running into people telling me they're red herrings and disinfo. I'm not going to say the names right, okay? But I know you'll know them.
Mm-hmm.
Crable Ranger and Timothy Smallstuff. Do you know anything about these cats? Are they for real? Should I stay away? Because they're tricking me and they're doing it really good and I love it. I love the Junior. You know what I mean? I love it. I'll let you go.
Yeah. Hey, email me and I can tell you that, okay?
Okay, 1984, right?
1985, TRUreporting, 1985 at Gmail. Email me, Leslie, tell me who you are, and then I'll respond to you that way, okay?
I definitely will. Thanks. Talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Bye-bye.
Have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome to TRUreporting. Who is this and where are you from?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, well, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah, this is Diane.
Hi, Diane. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just having some great calls. And what's on your mind tonight, Diane?
Oh, everything's on my mind with all this stuff going on. You know, just like you. I'm like you. We got it all going on with all this craziness. You know, I watched all your videos, and I was watching the other one the other night about tunnels and the rods of God and all that stuff. And you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's disturbing, and you know, I'm telling my friends about this, and I don't want to sound crazy, but it's because it's not crazy, right? I mean, it's like some.
No, it's not crazy. We're seeing pictures of this coming down from the sky. It's not crazy.
Yeah, and there's smoke coming out of the sewer pipes. I mean, come on, and they shut the power off, and they tell 8 million people that, or however, to evacuate, right? Before there's even any fires. So how do they know to tell these people to evacuate before there's even any fires? I mean, there's something is going on.
Pre-planned, right? Pre-planned.
Yes, exactly. We're not crazy. It's not our imagination. There's stuff going on it's like, wow, you know, we try to explain this to people, and it's like, it's right there. I mean, like what you were saying the other night when I was watching your video or whatever, it's like it's pre-planned. Exactly. I mean, need I say more? But yeah, I mean, and I want to bring it up again because it disturbs me, but we can't let enough people know, you know, I want to tell everybody, and I have friends who live in California who are Democrats that I went to elementary school with, and I'm 56, so they're, you know, I mean, so I'm old, but I mean, it's like they live over there, and how do you red pill these people? How do you really get them to come over this side? They're over there living there, and they're living in that, and I want to tell them, and I don't even know how to say it, but it's like you guys are living in the middle of all this crap, and
well, you can't push it on them. You know, you can't push it on them. You're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose family members. This is what happens. No. It's happened to all of us. It's happened to everyone here tonight. You know, the majority at least. You know, we just have to, you know, throw it out there and say, hey, you know, why don't you look into Hunter Biden? You know, why don't you look into that? Why don't you look into who visited Epstein Island? These little things can wake a lot of people up.
The hunted. You know that saying, and the hunter is becoming the hunted. And
there
then
you go.
Also, you know, stuff underground, the tunnels and all that. That's all. There's tunnels everywhere. That's crazy. And they're all the rats. They're all a bunch of dirty, dark rats crawling around underneath tunnels. That's where they belong. We need to stick them all back down there and blow all their asses up. I'm just saying. That's how I think.
I like it. Well,
Yeah.
Diane, I thank you for the call. I have some more to get to. The show, we got about 10 minutes left. So
Great. I love you. I love your show.
Thank you, sweetie. I greatly appreciate that and your support. It's very kind.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, welcome to True Reporting. Who is this and where are you from?
This is Martin Feliciano. Can you hear me, Tom?
I can. Where have you been? I had to send out a search party for you.
I hear you. Well, you know, I really shouldn't talk too much because, you know, you did say that, you know, the extraterrestrial thing is the highest level of secrecy. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's been executed back in January.
Executed, huh? That's what you think?
No, that's what I know. You know, that information comes from above.
Right,
and also,
okay.
You know, they're running their military tribunals over there in Great Britain, parallel with ours. And the Queen was executed about a month and a half ago for Diana's death and, of course, child sex trafficking.
Sure, yeah. Just say CP. That's a big keyword. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, I mean, Q haven't really been around very much, so I try to go elsewhere, mostly above, for the information.
I actually had a guy. I actually checked the PO box today, guys. I've only checked it twice, and there's so much stuff that comes in. It's overwhelming. So I want to thank everyone who's. I plan on doing like a video, and I'm gonna get to my point real quick, Martin. You know, I'm gonna get to it. Like, it's just so much stuff that was sent to me at one time. It's insane. I love the overwhelming generosity and kindness. It's mind blowing. But somebody sent me. I'm not gonna say their name, and I should bring it up right now if I could find it. But somebody sent me a drawing, a detailed sketch drawing. This probably took this person 5 hours to draw of an abduction that happened to them. And he had drawn everything out on paper, and it was pretty spectacular. It was a one of those cylinder crafts. You know what I'm talking about, right? Obviously.
Absolutely.
It was a cylinder craft. It picked him up. Obviously, he was, you know, I think he was outside of his home, right out in the backyard, and he said, yeah, it got him. And, you know, maybe that's why I thought about you today. Martin, you have not called into this show in months. And I looked at that today. You know, it wasn't your drawing. It was just, you know, a drawing of this. And you popped into my head, and then you call in today. Give me a break. No coincidences, right?
Absolutely, 100%. They also said with 100% certainty, Trump will win.
Yes. Oh, well, they're right. They are right. And here we go. Let me give you a question. So we had people earlier talking about Palladians. Is there a good sided entity to this? Are there entities on this pushing us in the right directions, forces we don't know about? I do like to talk about this stuff because it's very interesting, and I like when Martin calls in. So do you think that there's an outside force, an unseen force? I'm not talking about God. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about ETs. I'm talking about Palladians, you know, so on and so forth. Are they helping this? Are they pushing us in the right direction?
Absolutely. 100% sure of that. At any given time, there are approximately 1,000 different types of species on this planet. The military, they just put a fence around them and, you know, quarantine that area, and that's where they stay until they leave. It's been going on since the very beginning. I mean, the Earth is basically a nursery school. We were evolved from apes. 200 million years ago, the Greys did the exact same thing on this very planet with the reptilians. They evolved, they made these animals, and then they evolved the reptiles into aliens. Some of them still live here. They live inside the Earth, dug a little hole or whatever. You can call it. It's not a hollow Earth. It's just a hole in the ground like a basement.
Right,
So-
yeah, and I've heard that before too. So, are we them, or we are a creation of God, as also are the ETs, correct? Like, we are all the creation of the universe. We are all creation of source. So obviously God creates good, God creates evil, because there has to be a duality of both. It always has to be this. So, if we're talking, I love talking about this, to be honest. We might go a little bit over. And I know people sometimes don't like talking about this, and sometimes that's why I like to talk about it, because this is open forum. You guys could call in and talk about whatever you want to. And on the live streams, I want to kind of go off on my my tangents. I like it. So are we them? Are they us?
No, we're all different. I mean, if you look at grass, you can genetically alter the seed to make grass stop growing when it's just 2 inches, and you'll never have to mow it ever again. Okay, that doesn't make us God. Just because somebody did that to us, changed our seed, that doesn't make the aliens God. See what I'm saying? It's just...
Yeah.
They were forced. God gave them no choice. In order for them to survive, they had to create other people and mix the seed, expand the genome. They had no choice. I look at everything as that's the way God made it. We had to be here in order for the universe to expand and grow and live, survive.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, and I'm also looking at the comments. Why are people so afraid to talk about this? I mean, why? That's you think that spirit cooking? What do you think they're talking to? What do you think what do you think these entities are? You don't think they're real? There's a spiritual world. There's us. There are these. The universe is enormous. So to rule out this stuff is very I don't know. It's very closed-minded. Like, why not just have the thought about it? It's very interesting to talk about. It's not a waste of time at all. People are saying repent and leave this channel. Really?
Just like it is here on Earth, only maybe 5% are evil. And the same thing with out there in the universe, only about 5% are evil, would like to come here to Earth and destroy us and take it away from us, but they're not allowed.
Correct.
When they do, but when you call
that's the
on
rule
the
of law,
bad ones,
universal law.
But if you call on the bad ones, now see, they are allowed to come. They are allowed. If you say something like, "Oh my God, it's so terrible, my life, I wish I was dead," you are calling them people into your life, and they are allowed to respond and react with that. So just wish good things or pray for good things for other people. Someone you don't like at work, I prayed for him to, I wish he would find a girlfriend or a wife far away, or I wish he'd get a better job somewhere else making more money. And, it did happen to him. He did actually find a better job. Instead of wishing bad, we can wish or pray for something good to happen, and always invite the good ones into your life. Never invite the evil into your life.
Absolutely. And I completely agree with that, man. I completely agree with that you want nothing but to vibrate at a high frequency. You don't want to bring in negative, low people. because it can affect your reality. This is what all this is like. And I like Red Pill posted something earlier in the chat that I really like real quick. Made a ton of sense. He said, we are energetic beings with physical bodies. Absolutely. We take in anything. We are energy. Our energy never dies, but our energy can fluctuate. We bring in negativity. Our energy fluctuates low, or we vibrate low. We bring in positivity. We stay positive. We are, experiencing good and love. We vibrate at a higher level. The earth vibrates. I mean, everything has a vibration, people. I think you just need to be I think you need to look into it. And I'm not putting anyone down. And I like to talk about this sometimes because it's very interesting to me. Martin, I want to thank you for the call. That is the end of the show. It is the top of the hour. My friend, so good to hear from you, and call back anytime. We're doing this regularly now. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Only place on earth where you can call and speak your mind is right here.
Absolutely, Martin. Thank you, my friend, for the call. And, email me, man. Give me some emails, all right? I always read them.
I'll do that. Thanks.
Take care, my man. Bye-bye. And my friends, I know that some of that rubs you the wrong way, but hey, this is the part of the show that is open forum. This is what it is. I'm sorry if it rubbed you the wrong way, but I think a lot of people like it, and I stay by my word. You want to call in if you want to talk about the game, the Dallas Cowboys game, whatever you want to talk about, call that. You want to talk about aliens, we can talk about that. It doesn't matter. This is open forum. Respect people who come in here, talk about it. My platform is your platform. Who else are you going to talk about it with, huh? You're not going to be able to talk about it with anybody, because this is a community of love and acceptance, right? You don't have to always agree, but you don't have to say repent. Repent. No, repent from watching the show? That's crazy. It's not the way. That's not open-minded, my friends. It's not open-minded. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Red Pill for stopping by too. It's always good to see his name in the chat. Great friend. If you don't know who Red Pill 78 is, go follow him. Great guy, great YouTube channel. Great friend, by the way, too. I want to thank the mods also. Shannon, Crew Chief 2. Who else was in here? I know there was Shannon, Crew Chief Time Travel, absolutely, and Red Pill 78 is a mod. Thanks, guys, for coming in here. I appreciate you holding it down. I want to thank everyone who donated. I want to thank everyone who left a like. And before you leave a like, right? Just go ahead and do it. If you can't support us financially, leave a like, because the more likes that this video receives, the more times it's recommended to other viewers, then more people get to see it. Then the channel expands. Then the knowledge expands into the collective consciousness. This is what this is all about. This is what it's all about. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I believe this was a good one. This was a banger. And we had over 800 people in here, which is great. Love you too, Red Pill. Thermography says we are genetic experiments. Understand that. Perhaps. But that's what I like about it. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. At the buzzer, 3-point shot for $2. Thank you so much. Guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Always there will be a podcast. Always uploaded at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the podcast drop. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do the live streams. So, guys, I want to thank you all, and I will see you next time. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.